Right, welcome to the channel. This is a Ford Focus ST I just picked up. Got it quite cheap. It's got an engine problem. Just thought I'd give you a little walk around. It's not a bad looking car really. Lovely colour. It's called Performance Blue. It's got the 2.5 turbo engine in it. Pretty much the same as the RS Focus. Obviously the RS Focus has got different parts in it to make it a bit stronger, a bit more power. Yep. So I bought this just to try and sort the engine problem out. He said it has a misfire on number 5. So I'm going to do a sniff test in a minute to see what's going on. Just unlock it. Got 2 keys with it. It's apparently mapped to 275 brake horsepower, which is quite, it isn't to be, taken lightly. Oil catch I've got with it, new drive shaft, I guess it's an oil filter housing, paperwork. Let's see if I can find the paperwork, hang on. Well, here's one piece of paper I found. At the flywheel, it's up to 260 something, but the torque went up to, I think it was, where am I here, 2. So this is what it was before the blue line, and the red line's after they've done their bits and bobs to it. Boost, that's a lot of boost there, look. Yep. So what I'm going to do in a minute is do a sniff test, do a compression test, just to confirm what the guy said. I'm not saying he's lying or nothing, but it's got all the nice blue lights, all the turbo boost gauge, nice black interior, leather, heated seats. These buttons are a little bit, as you can see, they're a little bit gone funny. Yeah. So I'm going to do the sniff test. Here is the sniff test kit. This was like 12 quid on eBay with the fluid. You've got a bit of fluid in there. I think it does about 25 tests. I'm just going to pour some of the blue fluid, just so it goes up to about here. So when you start the engine, the air from the water tank come up here and bypass through the fluid. If it changes colour, means your head gasket's gone, or in the Ford Focus case, could be a cracked liner, piston liner, which is quite common on these. So I'm just going to pop the fluid in now. Alright, as you can see I put the fluid in. Best case scenario, this doesn't change colour, but I think it's going to. So I'm just going to pop that in there in a minute. I'm just going to start the engine and I'm going to hold it on there. Right, so as you can see, it's changed colour. Had to get this on there right, 'cause it wasn't squashed down properly the first minute or so. And obviously that's telling us head gasket's gone, which obviously you need to replace it. Most possibly get your head skimmed. If you've driven it with low water, it could have warped. But yeah, head gasket, or in that Focus thing, could be a cracked liner. So I'm going to take the spark plugs out, put the camera down the bore, see if I can see any cracks, and then work out what we're going to do from there. Let's check the oil, see if the water's gone into the oil. No, that looks perfect. Right, let's get these spark plugs out. Remove this air filter pipe, undo these little star drives there, then this cover will lift off. Right, just undone it from that pipe there, undone the airflow meter, which is here. You just lift the tab up here, lift it up, get that off, air filter's there. I took this off, this cover off, which is just basically like that, and that was just like stuck on with tape. Just some fancy trim really. I was going to try and undo this pipe to take this all off in one, but I'll leave that for a minute. Don't want to damage anything. Right, now I'm going to undo the bolts here, so we should be able to see the coil packs and spark plugs. Right, taking those covers off. There's quite a lot of oil, quite a bit of oil down there. Don't know if the camera can pick it up. So no wonder it was quite smoky when we first started it. I hope the turbo hasn't gone or something. There's a lot of oil there. Mind you, it could be these seals that are under these coil packs. When you bolt this down, there's like seals that bolts this to the top of the head. It could be this pipe here. I don't know much about these engines, to be totally honest with you, so if anyone wants to give me any advice, please leave a comment. It'd be very handy. Right, I'm going to get the coil packs out and plugs out. To get these out, it's pretty much just push that down, or you can see this little white tab here. Get the, where is the, just get that in there, just to lift that up. Sometimes you just want to like that, then just pull it off and it will come off. And they should, little bolts, got a little 10mm bolt here holding them down. So let's get them out of the way. Right, coil packs all removed, cleaned them, put them in the box so we know with the bolts, so we know where things are, so we don't lose nothing. Right, let's put these spark plugs out now and get the camera. Right, here are the plugs. 1, 2 and 3 look okay. 4 was loose in there, so was 5. That's what they look like. This is 5, which is the suspect one, the guy said. Right, let's get the camera out. Right, as you can see, water droplets all over cylinder 5. 1, 2, 3 and 4 were fine. So that's looking like a cracked liner, which is not good news really. Okay. Right. Has anybody got any suggestions? Let me know. Whether you can get these relined, get a new liner, or it might be enough to try and find a new block. Right, I thought I'd do a compression test before I strip it apart, just to see what it's going to be like after. There you go, that is 150 on cylinder 1. Right, here's cylinder 2, which is about 143. Let's try cylinder 3 now. Cylinder 3. Do it this way so we can see it, so you're not looking upside down, or am I? That's cylinder 3, that's 155. Right, cylinder 4, that's 130. That's cylinder 5, which is that just over 130. Okay. Okay. Right, I've undone all these little bolts. There's about 40 of them all along there, all around here. So this should be ready to lift off now. So I'm just going to plonk the camera down and lift it. I've got to undo this bolt here first, which looks loose anyway. Well, it's really come off. You've got these like dowels here, one there, one there. I think there's one there, one there, and one there. There's not one down here though. So you've got to. I'll put a little screwdriver here just to wiggle it. So it should all be ready to lift off now. Now it's lifted out. You can see the camshaft, oil ways here, little seals. Got a skank on that. Yeah. Right. So the head bolts are going to be down there. But what I'm most probably going to do is take the inlet manifold off first. Try and get the exhaust off at the back there. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a pain. Right, try and take the inlet manifold off. Got to undo this little P-clip here. Where is it? This P-clip here, 8mm bolt to remove the fuel pipe, which is onto there. I guess you undo this, it pops off. There's one bolt for the inlet down there, and there's a few others underneath. It's very hard to see them. So you've got to undo some of these pipes and hopefully lift all out of the way with the throttle body. Just don't want to break any pipes, that's what I'm worried about. Oh, I can split that one there, it's got a little joint in it. There's another bolt there. Where are we? Down there. I think I'm going to have to remove the camshafts because it's got this metal pipe here which goes behind the two pulleys. Right, let's just crack on. I've just cut the cam out, ready to lift the camshafts out. Right, there's 6 bolts holding the inlet on. Just loosen them. I need to undo that Jubilee clip down there. There. That connects to this pipe all around here, which is underneath the engine mount. And I've also got to get the fuel pipe off here still. I've undone that little screw. I need to work out how that's going to come out when I lift it. I think that should be it. There's another little pipe here onto the bottom of the inlet. So I'm just going to do that Jubilee clip. Right, got the inlet off. It's down there. Also forgot to take the throttle body plug off. That's all off now. This goes on there. Got the engine mount to remove. Exhaust to loosen off. Head bolts, and hopefully it will lift off and we can see the problems. Okay, with this water bottle, you're just going to pull it up. It's just held on by these little locators there and there, which is there and there. Just pull it up, undo this bottom hose at the bottom, which is this one, so you can get to the engine mount. You're going to have to put a jack underneath the engine on the sump so it doesn't drop down, or else you could damage your drive shafts and stuff. So just take the weight up a little bit just so you can feel it. Under the engine mount, here, this bolt and this bolt. Right, I've just removed these. I've numbered them all because you've got to stick them back where they came from really, because any particular wear, as I don't want to change the camshafts, any particular wear on them, you go back to where they were. Taking this engine mount off, the top part fell off. I don't know if it's meant to do that or meant to be stuck on there, but I have cracked all the head bolts before I've removed this. It's still bolted there, and there's 4 bolts holding the heat shield on. 3 at the top manifold, and there's 1 down. Let's try and put the light down there so you can see. There's 1 there. You've got 3 at the back. I'm having trouble getting out through this part here because it's touching the cable, so I need to remove this pipe off the turbo. Well, I've just taken the wheel off so I can try and get to this pipe, the clamp at the other end. So hopefully I can get it under here somewhere. But look at all the grease This drive shaft's gone. Just taking the engine mount off. It's got a hole here, which I'm guessing is not meant to be there, obviously. I don't know if it's meant to be filled with oil, these ones. So look into that. If anyone knows, drop us a message and let us know. Right, so I still need to get this pipe off here. So taking this off, I'm just going to take the cam cover off, just to see if I can get down there, to put a clamp on there to get it out of the way. And the engine's on a jack at the moment, as you can see, a nice block of wood on the sump, just holding it there for a while. Right, so I'm going to get the cam cover off. It's just these little torques. Yeah. Just taking all the engine mount off around here. It's all 15mm bolts, but this top one was a 10mm. But look down the side when I took the engine mount away. The little core plug's gone. Nasty. That's not good at all. Okay, I'm going to get this plastic off so I don't break it. Exhaust is all undone now on the manifold. And I'm going to lift it off. Right, I've just taken the head off. Worst case scenario is a cracked liner. And that's exactly what we got. Don't know if the camera can see it. There. Where are we? There. Okay. Obviously these are all stuck together. Right, okay. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't, give us a thumbs down. And if you haven't already, subscribe for the next video. Thanks for watching.